Welcome to Namecast.
So a whole crowd of people were behind me, watching me, Kevin, and I grab onto the rock. My hands are slippery, and I pull on it real hard. I punch myself right in the mouth.
Nice.
I swear, my lips started bleeding. It should be dried up by now, but if I'm talking with a lisp today, that's exactly what went down.
Nice.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Namecast. My name is Nathan, and beside me, we have my co-host,
Kevin.
Yes. Wait, did we do that intro last time?
I don't know.
Anyway, we're a weekly podcast that posts, weekly.
Wow.
I know. Weird. We talk about indie games and everything like that. And this week, Kev, we're doing Gone Home. That old Gone Home action is a horror game? I don't know. Listen, go play for yourself. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Last week, we played Hollow Knight. And next week, we're going to be playing game. Game.
Are we doing the car game?
We're doing the car game. The car game is called...
Oh, man.
Crap. Why did we mess this up so bad?
I want to say Crash Royale now, but that's not what it is.
It's not Crash Royale. It's a game. Anyway, we got a bunch of other stuff to talk about this week. We're talking about... listen, Kevin's going to look something up, and then I'm not going to say it's a garbage truck on fire because I don't want to steal everything from Kinda Funny, but it's like kind of that sometimes. And what we're also going to be talking about is the Steam Direct. The price they have is $100, and that's interesting. That's something we want to talk about. Kerbal Space Program being acquired by Take-Two Interactive. We got Monument Valley coming out. Wait, what? It already came out. Monument Valley 2 is out? Go away with ya.
Boom.
I know. Xbox One Scorpio Devkit and our wild E3 speculations. What do we got for the name of the game, Kev?
It's called Danger Zone.
Danger Zone! So next week, we are playing Danger Zone. And if you want, you can play that ahead of time and get into the action, get into the conversation. Now, with Gone Home, I'm going to let you know we are not going to get into spoilers until we say we are going to do so. But Kevin, that's down the line. In the future, that is future Nathan and Kevin's problems. Right now, we got to talk about their past problems going through time in a segment we call Housekeeping. What have you been up to? It's a weird way to say that.
I've been sick, which has had some effect on the channel content stuff.
Yep.
Namely, Dark Souls being delayed like a full week.
But it is happening.
Yep.
Yep.
And this podcast being delayed today.
Yes.
I can mostly talk again now. You might hear the occasional cough through the show.
Talking has returned.
Yeah, and I think I'm alive again.
Yeah,
which is nice. But during my sick time, didn't do too awful much except fucking finish Persona 5.
Tell them the hour count.
I had like 105 hours on the save file, which is probably closer to 100 hours of actually playing.
That's nuts. So I worked it out. I worked out the math on that. You played for 29 days.
Yeah.
And you got 105 hours. Now, if we're just talking about pure time, that's 15% of that time. But you sleep. You go to work. So out of your free time, as in time you're not sleeping or working, that's 30%. That's a lot.
About 3 hours a day.
Yeah. That's nuts.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot. Played a lot of Persona.
I know you're going to do a full video breakdown thing, whole shabamble, but what's your Cole's notes here? Do you recommend this game to people? What's the verdict, Kev?
I would highly recommend this game.
Okay.
And I don't know how much personal taste it is. I feel like there's a good little bit in there because I've definitely heard some complaints from some people about the game, which are valid, but just don't really matter to me,
right? To
my own tastes. But I don't know. I freaking love the game, as it can be attested by spending 100 hours on it so rapidly.
Clearly you enjoyed it.
And yeah, I don't know, that style of RPG, the JRPG type style, normally they aren't super high on my list of genres that I enjoy the shit out of.
Right.
But I enjoyed the shit out of this game. And, it has a lot of the classic JRPG things, but I don't know, I just love how smoothly and stylish the game does absolutely everything. Story, was very happy how it panned out, the whole spiel of it, and the fact that they could make a story last 100 hours,
that's
impressive.
Nuts. Yep, pretty nuts.
Music never really got tiring. There was maybe one castle palace thing that was a little
Little long in the
not
tooth?
great on the music,
Okay.
but everything else I freaking loved. And yeah, I think we'll have to redo the top 100 list, and this one's definitely going to land pretty freaking high for me.
I don't know if we're going to redo our whole full top 100 list, all like 9 hours of podcast for one game. But
update them anyways.
Yeah. Nice, man. So what else? Nothing else? That's pretty much the shebang of her?
Yeah, that's pretty much all I've accomplished at all.
Fair enough, man. So me, I haven't been playing games much. Kind of a busy time of year for me right now, just a little bit. What have I been doing? Oh, I got a road bike since last time.
Yeah.
Kind of a road bike. It's a touring bike. I intend to go a lot of places with it. This month, I'm actually raising money for charity. So I'm biking 1,000 kilometers in the month of June to raise money to fight a kid with cancer. I mean, fight kids' cancer. Sorry. That's what I meant to say. And so I'm doing that. I'm going to put a link down in the description of this video. If you want to go donate to that or whatever, don't feel obliged to at all. I just figured I would toss it out there for, to help me fight fight kids' cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that's terrible. It's not a funny joke. Not funny. No, like our show. No, so yeah, I've been doing that. But now, see, I'm biking on the roads because I biked a lot last year, and I talked about it. I was on the trails.
Yeah.
It's a whole different ball game, man. Did you know that there's these things called hills and they suck?
Yes, they do.
Holy shamoly. I did about 50 kilometers today. I went down, if you know Prince Edward Island, our beautiful island, Anne's Island, I went down to Brackley Beach. Yeah. Went all up along there, Dalvey by the Sea, went around, back down through York, in and about. So it was about 50K. It was good. It was hilly.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun. But man, I have realized there is a demon inside of me, and I didn't know it.
Oh, really?
I'm not a very angry guy in a lot of situations, and I didn't know anything could drive me to want to fight someone or to punch someone,
Mm-hmm.
But drivers, oh my God, the anger that swells up inside of me when I think someone is too close. I'm like, yeah, pull over. I hope you pull over. Like, that's what I'm saying in my head of like, I hope he does it because I want to kick the crap out of this guy. Like, that's exactly where my head goes. Because I don't know, man. You see some people and they like come right up on you, and then like you kind of look in their back mirror and you see they're on your phone and you're like, I'm gonna kill you. Like,
yeah.
it ticks you off so much, or it does for me at least. It just like it awakens this urge to just beat the crap out of someone. It's like, why are you doing this? Like, you could kill me. Yeah. I don't know. Drives me nuts. I didn't know anything tickled me in quite that way, but apparently that does. So what else have we been doing? So yeah, I got the new bike. That's sweet. Stoked on that. Other than that, man, oh jeez. I don't know. I've been climbing a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. It's fun to do stuff. Oh, I made up that casual video that people seem to enjoy, which is good.
Yeah, 3 indie games.
Yeah, man. Go check it out on... okay, now, something I want to talk about for our channel, too. Go check it out on our channel. But we are 1 sub away, people, as of recording this right now.
From 100.
Now, the thing about 100, see, we don't push for the sub for sub or any of that. Like, even if you see it in the comments, we always dissuade against it, and that's something we never do. And I think it's part of the reason why we have a low sub count comparatively to other channels that I've seen are like, why you have such a low sub count? I'm like, well, we get the same amount of views as you, so don't know. Honestly, that number's not really there for us. It just means that people enjoy our content and that more people want to see it.
Mm-hmm.
So if we have a low sub count, I assume that's because maybe we're not doing the best content. Maybe we're not doing the best things. That's what I take from it. So I think we're just getting better. We're getting more content, and a big thing about it too is pushing out to socials and all that other crap. Yeah. There's a lot of crap involved for sure, but I think we've been making much better content, so we've been getting more subs, and we've been collaborating with other people and putting ourselves out there a little more. But anyway, the reason why 100 is such an important number to us, because then we can finally get our custom URL.
Yeah.
So then we can say to people, go to youtube.com/Namecast.
Well, /C/Namecast.
/C?
Or /channel. Or /u or /user, whichever one you want.
Whatever it is.
It just needs to have a thing in there.
Yeah. So which is much better than youtube.com/.
Yeah.
That one's not an easy one to say to people. So yeah, so I'm really just excited to finally get that so that we can then share on other platforms, and I expect significant growth since then, which is nice.
Yeah.
And going to be good. So, if you're interested in subbing to the channel, if you're not already, or if, like, let's say you listen to the audio podcast and just, the sub would be nice. If you want to watch the odd video, that's great too.
Yeah.
We do more content than just this podcast every week. We also do a Let's Play and some other video. Basically, we do 3 videos a week. They come out normally Monday, Wednesday, Friday. This week, we're doing the podcast on a Thursday because Kevin was sick. But, it's the whole shebang, Kev. Now, I just want to jump right into the topics because we got a lot of stuff to go over here, Kev.
Yeah.
Steam Direct. Hear about this? Know about this? Replace the Greenlight program.
We talked about the Greenlight program being shut down before, and their new plan with Steam Direct or whatever. And originally they said $100 to $5,000, but we're thinking $500. I guess they finally came to a decision of $100.
Yes, 1/5 of the amount that they were thinking. Now I think so. Now let's be clear on what this number means. So you pay this amount to then get your game put onto Steam Direct. Yes.
Yeah.
So you're paying a $100 fee, boom, then you can put your game on Steam.
Yep.
Okay. I think it's too low.
Yeah, they just they said they just couldn't justify it being 500 instead of 100. Why didn't they put it as low as possible, And I guess they were just favoring, more on there, and
okay.
I don't know. We'll see. What is that magic number that you're dissuading cash-in games? And I don't know. I guess they have the stats for that. And if they couldn't point out that, hey, if we're above 300, then we know that these cash-in reskin games aren't going to appear on the store.
Right.
But they weren't able to do that, so they just put it as low as 100. So I don't know. Maybe 100 is enough for. To dissuade those people from
Well, I have reason to believe
games.
100 is not. Now, correct me if I'm wrong in this, because you work in the mobile market. Is it not $100 for the App Store?
You can put anything you want on the App Store after paying $100.
And you have to pay it every year. Oh, okay, so you can do multiple games for the $100.
Yeah.
Okay,
this is different because you have to pay $100 for every game you
game.
put onto Steam through Steam Direct. And once your game makes $100, they recoup that cost for you or something like that. Maybe it was $1,000 and they recoup you the $100.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that was it. So, they have incentive to make that money back.
Yeah.
Obviously. And yeah, they're giving the money back to people who just should have been on Steam without some sort of fee.
Right.
Basically.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So if you're not producing garbage, ideally.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Now, I don't know. We had this debate before, and you came down on the side of, more games is better. Are you still of that mindset with this for Steam?
Yeah, I think so. Sad truth is, Steam is almost monopolistic.
Yeah.
As far as, game sales go. So I think if they're a little more on the inclusive side, that's probably better than being a little more exclusive for as long as there aren't other huge game-selling portals.
Well, the thing about Steam that I find is interesting is it has such a vast library on there, but if you were to just go by the featured content on the store, you would only think there's 100 games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's always the same fucking games over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Is all I see. So I don't know.
Yeah, and they're trying to do other ways to kind of mix that up. Apparently they're making big changes to the curators program to make that a little bit more nicer for people to become curators and actually show a interesting, diverse list of games for their followers to be recommended.
Okay. Yeah, because John Bain, Cynical Brit, that's his name, right? Something Bain?
Yeah.
I think so. Anyway, he's one of the biggest ones. And he doesn't even...
He is the
he
biggest
thinks it's
one.
Funny,
he has
does
another
he not?
one he manages that's third biggest or something.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. But yeah, he doesn't like the curator program as it is. Hopefully these improvements kind of address some of his problems. I haven't seen a response from him yet.
Right.
But yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I think it's an interesting one, and I'll be interested to see how it shakes down. Now, speaking of games that are on Steam, we got Kerbal Space Program. And if you don't remember, this was in early access for the longest time. Now, this game here is a classic for me, at least. This is what made me think, shit, maybe early access can be okay. Mm-hmm. And it's a space simulator game, so it has I don't know if the physics are super accurate, but they're super in depth.
Yeah.
And you have to make a rocket, and then you have different objectives for what you want to do, and like you get some wacky stuff happening sometime. Anyway, this game or the IP or what was it exactly?
I think it was the dev team.
Okay, the dev team entirely. Yeah, it's been acquired by Take-Two Interactive. Now, if you don't know them, we got GTA 5. You know, like you know of Take-Two. You do. Yeah. You just may not know that you know. So they own Rockstar.
Yeah.
Right? And so they're fucking big.
Yeah.
Is basically what we're to take away from that. Now, what do you take away from this purchase? I think this is interesting.
Well, given that we heard about the Kerbal space program developers not being paid very well, I hope this helps that.
I would think. Does Take-Two not have a good reputation?
Rockstar, in particular, I know doesn't have the best for like overtime and that kind of shit, but pay is generally typical.
Right.
So hopefully, they're at least getting typical pay now.
Yeah. Okay.
On top of working overtime.
Yeah, because they're making minimum wage or something.
Yeah, like
for Monkey
really
Squad,
small
right?
amounts.
I think it's the name of the studio. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. That's interesting. I hope we get something big out of this because I really like Kerbal, but it just didn't quite have the polish that it needed.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it could have a lot of rough edges sanded off and be fucking massive.
Yeah.
Like a humongous game. So I don't know. I really hope it doesn't. Like when I was playing with my brother, I was like, why is this not in schools? Like, I mean, sure, it has to be improved a bit, but it's like we were talking about things that like you'd think you would learn in school. Like my brother at the time was, I think, in grade 7 or something, grade 7 or 8. And mom was like, wow, you're learning some advanced stuff. He's like, actually, I'm learning this from a video game. We were trying to figure out the right like ratios of weight to thrust that we had to produce to then get to the proper Apple apps that we needed to get to then set off a thrust to then create an orbit to go around a certain area. And we were like explaining this to my mom, and she's just like, wow, like this is really in-depth stuff. Like your teacher must be doing great. He's like, no, it's a video game. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know. It for that also for me was like an example of like, shit, video games can teach you shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They may not be taking it in the edutainment kind of way of things, but I don't know.
It certainly is that though.
Yeah, it is. At the same time. It definitely is. Yeah. So I don't know. I'll be interested to see what comes away from that. Now, if it seems like we're kind of zipping through topics, we are, because our last topic's going to be a long one.
Oh yeah.
Now, Monument Valley 2, it's out. What the fuck? They just like stealth launched that shit.
I know. It's hilarious because there's like the WWDC, which is like the Apple thing, and they were just kind of like casually like, yeah, Monument Valley 2 now available on iOS.
Yeah.
And they were like, what?
Because Monument Valley 1 was one of those games. It was like one of those games that was like, oh shit, okay, mobile games can be real cool.
Yeah.
Was basically what came from it. I never played it, but a lot of people thought it was sweet.
I never played it either, but yeah, it did win a whole lot of awards, and holy shit, that game looked pretty.
It looked real pretty.
Like really kind of simple design and stuff too, which is sweet.
Yeah, the only thing I know about it is in House of Cards, it was built into one of the plots from one of the episodes. Kind
really?
Of. Yes. Weird. Frank is looking for like a speechwriter, kind of, and he reads a video game review made by one of these characters. I forget the guy's name, Tom something, and it was a review of Monument Valley. So he's like, wow, I like this guy. I want to go with him. So then he recruits him because of that. So that's my only knowledge of the game.
Fair enough.
Very little.
It's a little puzzle game, but it's probably worth checking out. It is also on Android as well.
Yeah, because it's real pretty. Now we got the Xbone Scorpio dev kit video.
Did you watch this one?
No, I didn't.
It's kind of the fact that it exists. Like I find that interesting because there's been pretty much no time ever that like one of the console manufacturers have been like, hey, here's a public video like showing off our dev kit and how cool it is and all the features we put into it.
Yeah.
But Microsoft decided to do it for the Scorpio thing. And I'm not exactly sure why, but I'm so glad it exists because like it's cool to see. Like it's awesome to see that stuff. I guess like they were explaining like all the decisions behind like the differences with the dev kit compared to what like a normal Scorpio console is. and saying how much more powerful they made it and all these extra little features they put on it. Like, one of the craziest things is, like, there's a little, like, screen on the front of it.
Okay.
And, like, 5 buttons. So, like, with these buttons, like, the game can, like, take them to, like, do various, like, testing things with, or, like, display information to the screen. The developers can choose whatever they want to go onto that screen. They could do something as simple as, you know, just displaying the FPS on that little screen on the console.
Oh, that'd be nice.
To something as complicated as actually displaying the game's view through that screen.
Really?
Yeah, like, you know, they have all the choices of what they want to do there, and yeah, it's kind of cool. So I guess Microsoft kind of got into a little bit. One thing that they do when they're developing consoles and hardware and stuff is they have this dolphin program thing that they do, which is just these dolphins kind of swimming around in a circle. What they did is they made the buttons on the front, like, either add or remove dolphins swimming around in the circle. And, you know, they also made it display on, like, the front screen.
Okay.
Yeah, which is super, super cool. And they explained how they put, like, 1 terabyte SSD drive in there, and how they made this special dongle so that they can get, like,
it's going to come with a 1 terabyte SSD?
The Devkit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And a dongle, like, so that they can get super quick transfer rates. Because I guess for the regular Xbox One, if they wanted to deploy to console, that was like 10 minutes. Straight up 10 minutes every time they need to deploy changes to a console.
That would suck.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal. So I guess this brings it down to like 2 minutes, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, 5 times faster.
Yeah.
That's decent.
Yeah, it was kind of cool, fun video to watch, but I don't know. Also, like, yeah, why did they put it out? I feel like it was kind of just like trying to build up a little bit of Scorpio hype just before E3.
I feel like they're just gonna jizz all over that whole E3 thing. Speaking of E3, we got some predictions, Kev. Listen, we got everyone doing conferences.
Yeah,
we're gonna go through kind of some predictions of what we think is gonna go down.
Yeah,
these are wild ass speculations for the most part. I think we're going to go, we talked about this beforehand, like an educated guess kind of thing of what we think is actually going to be there, then like oh, God, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
So now the first one, we got EA.
You can do that. I'll skip.
Okay. I don't know. I hope that we hear something about Dragon Age. I think that's probably likely, maybe. They may, I don't know what they're actually going to talk about. I mean, probably sports games. We always get sports games. They always exist. As far as, I mean, we're going to see some Battlefront stuff.
Yeah, they said there's going to be a Battlefront 2 gameplay.
And, yeah, I would imagine that they would show story content because that's a heavier focus for this game. Now, did they tease this year's Battlefield yet? No, we're not getting a Battlefield. We're getting Battlefield next year, right? Sorry, I just don't really follow EA that closely. Nothing personal, but yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking probably Dragon Age. I don't think they're going to touch on the Mass Effect. I'd be interested if they would launch some Mass Effect DLC, but given it's like, I don't know, they probably have DLC in the can, I would think, right? Like this would be the time to say it, but it had such a negative backlash that I don't know. Would you just want to avoid that bomb altogether? They're probably going to talk about DLC. That's what I'm going for. So DLC and Dragon Age are kind of my locked in. Yeah. Probably going to happen.
It's wild out of this world.
Wild out of this world. I'm trying to think of some crazy IP that they have that hasn't been touched in a long ass time. You know what? Okay, it's not a crazy IP, but I'd like to see a new Sims game. I didn't even play Sims 4, but, you know, I would just, I don't know, bring it back. Make it less crazy, because Sims 4 looked like it had too much going on. It took away from the simplicity of it all. And it looked like there was way too much there. So, you know, if they come down swinging dicks saying, we're making another Sims game, motherfucker, I'd be into that shit. They still own Maxis, right? Yeah, I think they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would be dope. I'd be into that. Now, Kev, we got Microsoft next. What are you saying? What do you think?
Microsoft.
Yeah.
So I think the most sane, I don't know if it's a most sane guess, but I think they'll reveal Halo 6.
They said it's not going to be there.
They said it wasn't going to be there?
Wasn't that confirmed?
Not even like some little teasy reveal? Because it's going to be next year.
I don't know, man. I thought they said it wasn't going to be there.
That is rude, Microsoft. I do not appreciate the language. But yeah, so there will most definitely be a shit ton of Scorpio stuff. You know, they're making this cool, big, powerful console, so I'm sure they're going to do lots and lots with that. Kind of interested to see if they have any like
Okay,
remastered
it may be there.
editions.
I don't know. I'm
You
now
can't
I'm now all
find?
confused. Sorry. Yeah, I'm not able to. I think it may be there. Never mind.
Okay.
I thought I heard something about it not being there. Anyway.
So yeah, I think Scorpio stuff. I think potential for remastered versions of maybe
Remastered,
some loved
okay.
games to be like, hey, let's truly get this Scorpio power shining through.
Okay.
So something like that would be pretty freaking awesome. My wild out of this world guess, which is mostly wild because I said no explicitly, is a Halo 3 remaster.
You don't think we're gonna get it?
No, I don't think it makes any sense, but I want it specifically with Halo 3 multiplayer, untouched other than the 60 FPS change.
Was that not on the Master Chief
Be made
Collection, or am
super
I wrong?
popular. It was, but like muddied, and that thing launched like shit. Nobody plays it anymore. Just make it better. Do it right.
Do it right. Just
Stop
do it
fucking
good.
with my Halos.
Do it good. Okay, so what am I gonna? I don't know much about Microsoft. You know.
Big old Sony fanboy.
Yep, I think they're gonna update Paint. No, I'm just joking. Okay, so we got. What's gonna be a logical thing for them to do?
Well, one thing I didn't talk about is like, yeah, they've been pushing like the Xbox or Windows kind of crossover. So
Yep.
maybe we'll see more of that stuff.
We're definitely gonna see more of that. I think they're gonna talk about that a bit. As far as I don't know, I'd like. Okay, I have my out of this world kind of prediction,
Mm-hmm.
but as far as I think they're going to announce a further partnership with Oculus involving, now this is not my out of the world one. This is like I think this could happen involving Scorpio. I think Scorpio has enough power to be able to actually make this more of a reality, to be like,
Oh, yeah.
you know, so we're doing this for higher fidelity gameplay, sure, and for 4K gaming, but you know that we're in bed with Oculus a little bit. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, there hasn't been too much about that recently. But
No, we haven't heard shit about it. You know, they've been
Yeah.
so quiet about that. And I would be interested to see how that really ties into everything. And with them, you know, trying to connect the PC and the Xbox One to proliferate that brand a bit, I don't see why not hop into VR. You know, you got your VR on your PC, you got your VR on your Xbox. Like,
wild out of this world prediction.
yeah,
Oculus announces a new headset that goes with it.
that would be
The Rift
bold.
2.
Probably piss a lot of people off.
I don't know.
That would be bold. Now, as far as my out of this world prediction, you know, Cuphead been fucking delayed a million times on the E3 fucking mid conference, and it's out right
it.
now. it's out right now, and they're
Yeah.
just gonna boom, cannons, drop the mic, walk away.
Yeah, does it have a solid release date yet?
No, I don't think so.
I feel like
It's
they'll
been
put one down for it.
continually pushed and pushed and pushed. I
Yeah.
don't know. It's out right now. And then in addition to that, they're also going to be like, hey, you remember that dragon game that nobody cared about made by Platinum? Here, have that too.
Yeah.
That we canned. Okay, so we got Bethesda next. What do you thinking, Kev?
I think it's gonna have to be Elder Scrolls this year, right?
You think they're gonna do it?
Not an Elder Scrolls game coming this year, but you know they'll talk about an Elder Scrolls game this year.
I don't
For
know, man.
probably next year, maybe.
But
Maybe
they-
they'll fit that nice February slot next year.
You know what though? They did Fallout so nice and tight. Fallout 4.
What they did, yeah.
So I
They
don't know.
liked that too.
They
Everybody
liked that a lot.
that.
Everybody liked that. Would
Ooh.
it? I mean, okay, but let's think about it for a second. Fallout 4 came out in 2015.
Mhm.
It's 2017 now. 2 years.
Yeah.
Could we see it? I don't know.
I think there's potential there.
Maybe. It'd be sweet.
Yeah, I'd like to find out what they want to do with the next Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
Just a general
But
direction.
That being said, as much as people don't really like it, I'm not into it. ESO is still a thing. Elder Scrolls
It's
Online
true.
is still technically a thing.
But it was also then while Skyrim
Yeah.
was popular and stuff too.
Yeah. So I don't know. It'd be cool if we saw it.
yeah.
So I think that's probably a safe bet, maybe. Maybe.
What else does Bethesda do?
They're involved in Doom. Oh shit! There was that game that they were probably gonna make something Wolfenstein, maybe. Are they not involved in like a?
Oh, another
I heard
Wolfenstein
talks
game.
about a Wolfenstein.
Yeah,
or
that
something
makes sense
like that.
to
Yeah.
follow up Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could dig that.
That'd be sick. So now those are realistic.
Okay.
Pie in the sky. What do you got for me?
Oh, fuck Pie in the
Fucking out
Sky
there.
for Bethesda.
Yeah, I know. You got to dig deep into the well.
I don't know if I could do it like reasonably deep.
Okay.
I could do out of this world deep like Bethesda Console.
Yeah. What? What the fuck? It would just be buggy as shit. So,
Press the power button, the disc shoots out.
but they're like really funny bugs. Yeah.
Okay, out of this world with the Skyrim like user mods package thing they got. They have
Okay.
a name for that I'm forgetting.
Yeah.
They announced that they're going to change it into a full-fledged, super accessible engine for everybody to make their own Elder Scrolls games with.
Okay.
And then they announce the next Elder Scrolls game will be made using it.
And the next Elder Scroll game will be made by you.
Yeah.
Just picture that right now.
They don't even have to make games anymore. They just let people make games for them.
And then they just pick the good ones and sell them back to them.
Yes.
Okay.
Or official sponsorship of Touch the Skyrim,
Touch
the Polygon series.
Yes, absolutely.
That'd be good too.
Okay, so for Bethesda, I don't know, man. I'm with you. I think the Wolfenstein thing is a probable.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna hear anything about another Dishonored game. No, I mean Dishonored 2 came out. It was kind of, it didn't sell great, so I doubt we're gonna see much more about that.
Who's doing? Is it Styx?
Styx, Master of Shadows.
Yeah.
Oh.
Styx 2? Who is that?
I don't know. I
Okay.
don't know anything about video games. Why would you ask? It's
Good
like
stuff.
I host a video game podcast or something. No. So yeah, no, I'm definitely with you there. Now, as far as Wild, you know what though? I think they're gonna release another fucking mobile game. I'm saying it.
Another surprise drop?
I think
just like
so.
the Fallout one?
Yeah,
Skyrim version,
that'd be interesting.
where you, I don't know, you're a Khajiit and you sell your wares.
Yeah. So now, as far as my pie in the sky thing, that's a good one. I don't know, man. I would like to see a remastered edition of the first couple Skyrim games, re-released.
You mean the first couple? Like the
No, yeah, first couple Elder
person
Scrolls.
dungeon crawling ones?
Yeah, man. I
Interesting.
don't know. That's something I would like to see. It's fucking out there. People probably wouldn't
Made
be
on the
into it.
Doom engine.
Yes, made on the Doom engine. Fuck you, Khajiit. Oh, his head explodes. It's fucking gnarly. Okay, Kev, what do you got for Devolver?
Devolver Digital. I don't know. They're newcomers. So
They are
It's a
newcomers.
little bit more difficult.
We don't know what to see.
My safe bet is they're going to announce some indie games.
Whoa, this guy right here.
I don't know. Like the fact that they got a main stage makes me feel like they have some sort of larger announcement. So
Right.
my guess is that they're going to present some sort of program for indie game developers.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's my guess. Some sort of like funding type program.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Or a publishing type program too.
Yeah.
You know, that's something they'd be good at. So I think something along those lines is probably why they decided to get a big stage.
Right.
I don't know. Or maybe they're just really pushing all the games they have coming.
Okay. Now, what's your ridiculous?
My ridiculous pie in the sky is that they're announcing a partnership with Steam.
Okay. Okay.
And I don't know. I don't know where to go from this.
Something.
Half the Steam front page is just Devolver Digital games.
No one would be upset at all. So now, as far as me, I don't know, man. Devolver's a weird one because they have so many small games that you don't even think about a lot, right?
I know, and like, yeah, they come and go pretty quickly through that Devolver Digital main page.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they just zip on through. So I think there's going to be you know what? Okay, I think they're going to have an announcement with maybe a bigger studio.
Yeah.
Maybe a bigger project of like taking on a AA game kind of thing. Like, sure, not a fucking massive Call of Duty or anything like that, like not a big AAA, but like something in the THQ realm. You know what I mean? From back in the day.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think legitimately they're going to maybe do something like that.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that means for the indie scene. Because it's like, well, shit, what are we actually competing with here? But I don't know. That's what I think we're going to see something of. I hope it's not, but I think that could be the step of maybe they want to take as a company to become bigger. Now, as far as my pie in the sky, picture this, Kev. They're on the stage, okay?
Yeah.
And from the sky, you have smoke everywhere, right? You can't even see, but a figure is coming down, and it's big, and it's round.
Is it Gavin?
And it hits the ground, okay? And it hits there slowly, and the angelic music is playing, and you hear it, and you look, and it's a big potato, and out comes a fucking fist, and he rips his way out of there, and it's Jake Hollins too, and he says, I know it just came out, but Space Plan 2, motherfucker. That is what's gonna happen.
That'd be beautiful.
That is confirmed, just as confirmed as Half-Life 3. Okay. Now, PC gaming show. I don't know.
Did you watch this one last year?
I've never seen it in my life.
The fucking
I don't know what
thing
it means.
they put on last year was weird. Like Day 9 was hosting it, and that was cool because I don't know, I like him, but like it was just this kind of rambly thing. It was just random PC part makers and developers talking about PC gaming stuff, and like they didn't really announce much of anything.
Yeah.
And given that Computex just happened, there's already sort of announcements. I don't know. I expect slightly more details on Threadripper and Intel's X series CPUs.
Okay.
That's it.
I'm not even going to throw my hat in the ring, and I don't even think there's any point in going for an out of this world.
No, out of this world. Fucking Gaben shows up and drops Half-Life 3.
There you go. There's only one copy. It's like that fucking Wu-Tang album. And he just throws it into the crowd and one kid gets it.
Yeah.
That's it. So next we got Ubisoft.
Ubisoft.
Do you say Ubi or Ubi?
I say Ubi.
Oh, I say Ubi.
Ubisoft.
Okay. So we got Ubi. What are you thinking?
When did they say the next Assassin's Creed was coming? Was that this year?
This year.
Okay, definitely a lot of information on that.
Yep.
Given that they actually waited a little bit of time before releasing it.
Yep.
I think I expect a new IP again.
Another IP?
Yeah. They like doing it, which is good.
Okay.
So yeah, I expect another one despite what was that one last year?
Watch Dogs.
No.
Oh, The Division.
No, it was the year before.
Fuck, I'm getting old.
It's it took place in Florida, I think. And it's a little GTA-like, but Mafia-related. Do you recall this one at all?
Mafia 3?
Oh, that was Mafia 3. Fuck.
I was talking.
Okay, that was not a new IP.
No, not at all.
Fuck.
It wasn't even Ubi.
Yeah, am I thinking of a different game? Like, just getting my brain
I don't know.
totally mixed up. That's funny. Anyways, I don't know. Expect some sort of form of new IP. I hope they do a little bit more of the kind of indie partnership stuff.
Okay.
So I know they do that, where they do some publishing for some promising looking indie games, and those are normally pretty pleasant surprises.
Okay.
I don't know what to do for Out of This World.
You don't need to come up with one.
No?
I don't know.
I don't know. What great IPs do they have?
Rayman,
yeah. I want to see a Rayman 3D game.
A 3D game? The 2D games are legendary, man. Just keep fucking making 2D Rayman games.
I know, but like they're just going to look at Ukulele and just be like, fuck, 3D is back.
I don't know if Ukulele really
3D
set the world
Rayman
on fire.
platformer.
I don't know about that.
That's my pie in the sky.
So awesome. So mine with Ubi, I do think you're right in the new IP, but I also think we're getting a Division sequel. That's my guess. The Division started off
probably
not too bad, but over time it's gotten significantly better, I heard, through updates, and it actually has a bigger player base now. Mm-hmm. So I think now would be a good time to be like, hey, listen, we're looking at doing it again, and this time we're really going to kick you in the dick.
Yeah.
Do I think it's coming out this holiday season? No, probably not. I think they're going to be aiming for maybe Q4 or Q1 of next year.
Mm-hmm.
Q4 of this year, I mean, and Q1 of next year. Yeah, so I think that's something we're probably going to get. As far as pie in the sky, I don't know. If I saw something as Rayman, I'd be a very happy person. I doubt it, but I would really like to. Now, moving on, we got Sony. Kev, what do you think about that?
Interesting.
Okay.
Because they had such a big show last year.
They said they're going to do it the same style.
Exact same, like just match what they did last year, or do they want to one up it?
Well,
like,
they're probably going to one up it, but it's like
How
that
do you one-up
showcase
it?
style, like not press conferencey, you know?
Okay, so if they're doing it the same as last year, almost every game that they talk about will release in 2019.
Okay.
They will do live action orchestra to Last of Us.
Last of Us Part 2. Okay.
Yeah. Which will be weird as fuck.
Yeah, that'll be
Just like,
real weird.
What does that orchestra even look like?
Like the odd sound.
Yeah.
Just a guy
Some
getting,
people up to mics making zombie noises.
and it's just a guy getting punched in the gut.
That'd be great.
My wife. Yeah.
Yeah, anyways, my brain just went so anyways.
I'm
Firing
just
shotguns
taking
into
that
the
so
crowd.
far.
Like,
It was terrible. Oh God! And people just with T-shirts. I survived the Sony press conference 2017.
yeah. Okay, so I think we got the pie in the sky down already. I think something that's maybe a little out there, but is pretty reasonable in my mind, is Horizon 2.
What?
Yeah.
It just came out.
No.
We're not.
I think they're
getting
going
that
to
right
announce
there.
that it is a thing.
Fuck.
I don't think they'll
no.
show any details, but I think they'll confirm, yes, we are making a sequel.
If we're getting that at any point, it may be PSX. I doubt it, but I would say next year at the closest. Whoa.
Man, I don't know.
I think you're nuts.
I think they'll confirm it.
They'll confirm it.
Yeah.
Release date and everything.
No.
Jesus.
But its existence.
The game just came out. The game doesn't even have any DLC. DLC would be a better idea to go for, ding knob.
I hate people announcing DLC, so
It's probably going to happen.
I know, but I'll pretend in my happy place that
It's
DLC
actually-
does not get announced at giant fucking conferences.
Okay. That's an interesting one. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think, I don't know. I think a lot of things. I think, what's the game that's going to lead the show? It could be a couple things. Days Gone, I feel like is, they're saying it's going to be a 2017 game.
Oh,
So
yeah?
I think we're going to get a heavy focus on Days Gone. That's the Sony Bend game out of Oregon there.
Mhm.
So I'm really hoping we'll see a lot of content out of that. You know what? I think it's about time to see what the fuck that game company's been working on. It's been a
That
long
would be
time.
fucking
You know,
nice.
and I think that's something we're gonna see. I think I'm
Oh
gonna
shit! I got
lock that
freaking
in.
more ideas too now.
Yeah.
What do you think of God of War?
It's supposed to be coming out this year, is it not?
Yeah, there's been like murmurings that like delay.
Getting pushed? Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
So yeah, my prediction's 2018 for that.
Okay.
But old rumors that I would love to see be, I don't know,
Brought to fruition.
that thing.
Yep.
Bloodborne 2.
I've heard of this. Who would make it?
FromSoft.
You think
and
so?
From like Miyazaki's interviews, like there's one of the games he's describing sounds potentially like that. Given that there has been rumors that they were actually contracted for 2 Bloodbornes.
Yeah.
I don't know, and I think if a Bloodborne 2 will be a thing, they'll announce it here. Otherwise, probably just never gonna come to light like that.
Yeah. Bloodborne 2 is a good one. I also think it would be nice to finally, I don't know, they gotta convince us about dreams. Because we've heard so much about this, and like maybe if Sony doesn't have a lot of confidence in it, then I don't think we're gonna see it until PSX. And I think it's gonna, because like this game's been floundering for so long.
Yeah.
And I think with games and art, I think they went way too far art and not far enough into the game.
Yeah.
You know? So I don't know. It's a difficult game to show to people.
Oh, they could announce what Team Eco's doing just to make sure they get their full full length of time.
Team Eco?
Yeah.
Their fucking game just hobbled out.
I know.
Good God.
I just want their next game has to beat that record of like 10 years or whatever.
Yeah. We announced it. It's totally going to come out in 2 years. Yeah. Now, if fucking Kojima comes out again, I swear to God, I'm going to lose it. We don't need to hear about Death Stranding. That's not coming out till 2019 at the earliest.
Like it's so likely, though.
If he comes out, fuck off. Like, make your fucking game. Stop showing us weird shit. You know? I don't know. I don't need to see any more of it.
Yeah.
I don't at all. Okay.
They can announce like another star actor, though.
Yep. I think this would be a big year if that other shit I announced was actually legit. But I think Sucker Punch is going to announce the new IP.
Oh, yeah?
I think so. And I think we're going to see more from the Spider-Man game.
Oh, I definitely want to see more of the Spider-Man game. I want like full confirmation.
Just
and
webs
trust
all up in your
that
face.
That game will be Spider-Man 2 made new.
Yeah, I have great confidence in Insomniac pulling that one out. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think we're gonna see the new product, or I don't know. Is it gonna be an Infamous game from Sucker Punch? I don't know. Yeah. I'm thinking a new IP. I'm thinking taking it a different direction, whatever they're gonna do. And, that's going to be their one more thing, I think. Now, pie in the fucking sky. So we saved the Bandicoot last year. That's what happened.
Yeah.
The Bandicoot has been saved. I'd like to save the Spyro, personally. Bring him back. Bring him back. And get him back in the helm of fucking Insomniac, you know?
Yeah.
Get them to make a new Spyro game. Be weird. No, I don't know. A Spyro remaster would be nice.
Yeah.
And Patapon. Let's just, all the Patapons. Let's go with that.
How many teams does Naughty Dog have? Do they have 2 teams?
They do, but they say they're not splitting anymore. So they did between Uncharted 3 and Last of Us, but they say they're not doing that anymore.
So they're full on Last of Us Part 2.
And the Last of Us standalone DLC, or no, Uncharted standalone DLC that's coming out this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay, what do we got for Nintendo as their direct thing?
So there's been rumors of like Smash 4 coming to the Switch.
Makes sense.
I feel like not even rumors, there's leaked pictures.
Yeah, like definitely gonna happen.
So yeah, I feel like that's pretty confidently up there. I don't know. Thankfully they just got Zelda out. We should see more Super Mario Odyssey. I think this is their big time to show off a lot of Odyssey, which would be pretty sweet. And I don't know. Trying to think of their IPs, and like I just think of IPs that I love, so I think I'm just gonna go right to the pie in the sky.
Okay.
Next F-Zero game. Woo!
You think we're gonna get it?
No, it'll never fucking happen, but
never gonna happen.
I don't know. That's like the whole fucking bakery in the sky.
Yeah. Okay.
But we need it.
All the things.
They just don't know. But we need it.
Just don't know that we need it. I don't know. I would like to see from this Pokemon thing that they're doing too, right? Is that tied into that at all? The Pokemon Direct thing? You heard about this?
No.
I'm just going to go ahead and lump it in because I don't know anything about Nintendo. That we're going to get a console kind of like a Switch-based Pokemon game. And it's like going to be Pokemon Stars.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I'd be real into that.
Yeah, they just announced Pokken Tournament and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
Oh, that was from the Pokemon thing then. Shit.
Yeah.
Well, And then my out there is going to be Pokemon Snap on the Switch, because how awesome would that be?
That would be sweet.
It makes so much sense.
It made sense with the Wii U too, and they didn't do that.
Well, it kind of made sense with the Wii U.
Yeah.
But who was taking that thing from their house? No one. It's not meant to do that, right?
It's true.
The Switch is meant to be on the go, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You go out, you're sitting somewhere with your lovely lady friend, maybe you're canoodling a little bit. Boom!
Ooh.
Out pops a Porygon. You got to snap a picture of that motherfucker.
I just want a full-on legit theme park.
Okay.
Like you take an actual camera.
Okay.
And you take a picture of the CGI, not CGI, animatronic Pokemon. And then at the end of your little cart ride,
Yeah.
You give them to the counter, and then they develop pictures for you.
Okay.
And then there's a super judgy old man dressed up like Professor Oak. He's like, good, terrible, good, good, through each of your pictures.
And he just judges you.
Yeah. That'd be a great theme park.
That'd be awesome. But I guarantee it would be all hunky-dory until some asshole is trying to get the perfect shot and just leans too far out of the cart and then just fucking falls and dies.
Falls into the Charmander lava pit.
It's the last we saw of Jim. He's dead.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's what we got there. Wow, we went long in the tooth on this segment, but I knew we were gonna. So now, this week, Kev, we're playing a game. We play indie games. That's what we do here.
It's
and
true.
this week, we played Gone Home. If you don't know about Gone Home, it came out in 2013. It's made by Fullbright Studios, a team of only 6 people.
It's true.
And the head founder of the studio, Steve Gaynor, former level designer on Bioshock Infinite, Kev. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, fabulous folks out there. I haven't played this game in about a year and a bit. I wanted to play it this week, never got time to. So I still know about the game and I know about how to do things and all that crap. But Kevin
It's a pretty
just
simple game.
played it.
Yeah, I played it last night.
Okay.
Fresh as
Now,
fuck.
remember, guys, we're doing no spoilers until we say we're going into spoilers of the game. And
Which is probably going to be pretty soon because it's a story-heavy game.
Yeah, but try and go into this game spoiler-free. I definitely recommend it.
Yes, for sure.
Okay.
So, yeah, the basic gist of the game. So this is just a walking game.
It's
you walk around.
Yep.
And in a house, and yeah, you can interact with objects. You can kind of look at them. They kind of feed you story elements and stuff, and that is the progression of the game. Is just get more story elements by exploring more of the house, seeing more of the items and stuff, and maybe super light puzzle elements.
A little bit, like something will tell you something else, and it's like, oh, there's a secret door here. Like you learn things of that, of like, because it's almost like an audio diary thing, kind of. You pick up an object and you're like, oh, I remember the time so and so did this, or you're reading someone's letter, or something like that. So it and then it takes you to different parts of the house, and basically the way the game starts off, like this is the very beginning. You get home and you've been gone to, I assume, college.
No, I think your character was traveling.
Yeah, they were traveling. They get home, and no one's there. So, they look under the ducky, and there's the key, and they go into the house, and like, where the fuck is everyone? And that's what you're trying to figure out. Now, after this point, I imagine we're going to get into spoilers, so, this is your time to duck out. Okay, Kev, what'd you think about the story? What do we got here? What are you thinking?
So, it's kind of interesting because there's a few different story threads going on here. There's the main one with the sister, Sam. Where you actually get voiceover clips as you pick up items kind of related to what she's been up to in the past year while your character's been gone. And what you're really trying to do is like find all the places in the house she's kind of affected and left these notes for you. Right. I guess because she couldn't talk to you since you were all about traveling in Europe, I think it was. She's been writing kind of a diary for you, just kind of keep track of her final year of high school, I think.
Yep.
And she'll just kind of narrate what's up with her life. And so I guess, what it is she talks about boys and stuff.
Yep.
A little bit. And, she's always felt kind of meh about them. Talks about the neighbor boy, and it's just kind of a normal thing. And then starts talking about this one girl a lot that she wants to become friends with, and how this girl kind of wants to become friends with her too, which is weird because I guess the house they're from is like called the Psycho House because of one of their past relatives. Yeah. Basically you just learn that your sister Sam and this girl Lonnie kind of start up a relationship over time. And you get to kind of travel with the sister as she comes to realize that like she's interested in girls, and how her relationship kind of grows with Lonnie over time, and where it ends up. And I found the journey kind of really fun. It's really, really cute because it's, it's kind of high school first crush type thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's pretty awesome. And I don't know, what did you think of the ending? Because
I thought the ending was interesting because it sounded like they were going away, running, like eloping, basically, right?
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, yeah.
Ran off on their own.
They ran off on their own, and that's what your parents are doing. Are like, oh shit, where the fuck is Sam? Like,
Yeah.
that's kind of what's going down when you get home. So yeah, they ran off on their own, and yeah, I don't know, man. It definitely hit me in a way that I didn't expect, even though I already knew the ending and everything like that. Because I'm curious about you though. Did you go in? What kind of game did you think this was? Because I think the hope that they had, the assumption that they made when people would start this game is that they think it was a horror game.
Which is a terrible thing for them to have done.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't like that. And, so the only things I knew about this game going in is you had mentioned that it's creepy but not really horror. It's more like a story game that you really, really liked.
Yeah.
So I kind of knew that going in. I started playing it and had a Discord chat open with coworker people.
Okay.
And they had mentioned that, they thought it was going to be a horror game going in and turned out not to be, and they were kind of grumpy at that.
Oh, I was pumped. I fucking hate horror games.
Yeah, I know, but it's expectation of what you're getting into.
Right.
And yeah, I don't think it's a good thing for a game to kind of present itself as a horror game and turn out to not be a horror game.
Right.
Just like it's not good to present yourself as an RPG and turn out to be a sports game.
Well, they never said they were a horror game. It gives you that vibe at first,
It
right?
tries hard though. Like, I don't know, and the way it tries is weird. And it's just like, why are you doing this? Like, because the house is dark and creepy, and one thing I do like that the house is dark because it provides this nice mechanic of you turn a light on so you explored this place.
Yeah.
It's kind of this nice little kind of like checkmark mechanic that you can do without having to do a fucking checkmark on a map.
Yeah.
Even though that would have been super easy to do in this game.
But it wouldn't have been as immersive.
The game's already kind of immersive breaking with its map.
Yeah.
Because, it circles things for you and writes things down and all that kind of stuff. But, it's weird that, the game isn't a horror game, but yet they do footsteps and the sounds of people manipulating objects in the house.
Right.
There's lights flickering too, and I guess, it's thunderstorms is a little more reasonable, but, yeah. Why did you push it that far? Especially the fucking footsteps.
I don't remember hearing any footsteps.
So when you go into the basement and come up the other side, you come out through a door behind what was previously a locked door, like a secret wall door thing. And there's a thing on the table across the way. You'll probably go read that after opening up the locked door or not.
Yeah.
Either way, whenever you go to read that, they do footsteps, sound of a rail creaking, and then they flicker lights.
Okay.
And this is halfway through the game.
Right.
You know what the game is already. You know it's not a horror game, or if they change it to that at this point, then you're going to be fucking pissed because it's what? Why?
Yeah.
And I don't know. It was really annoying to me that they did fucking horror sounds in this game that didn't need it. There was a bunch of sounds that were fine, sounds of trees creaking or thunder.
Right.
That stuff is creepy, but it made sense given the context. But sounds that were obviously man-made,
okay.
Why? Anyways, yeah. Stop complaining about that. That was probably my biggest gripe with the whole game, to be fair.
Really?
Yeah.
Footsteps.
I don't know, it just didn't make sense to me.
I get you.
Yeah, what's kind of interesting is a bigger part the Sam's music taste plays in the game. You pick up these little cassette tapes and kind of put them into cassette machines all over the place.
Yeah, and you get to listen and
you listen to them and stuff. And I'm not a big fan of the Riot Girl music.
Okay.
And the game is shockingly loud with it sometimes.
Yeah.
You put the cassette into this little tape recorder thing. Boom. And it's full fucking volume.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's a few signs that the game is made kind of quick in Unity. It uses default sound attenuation,
Okay.
which is not like real life at all. It's kind of useful for like shooter games where when you want the player to quickly be able to position sounds.
Right.
Like the default attenuation is good for that. Not so good for music in a room, because if you're facing like the thing playing music, then it's just way louder than if you're facing away from it.
Right.
Each footstep, you can tell it quiets the music a noticeable amount. It's not how music works in an actual room.
Right. Yeah. Gotcha.
Which is kind of funny. And the game has a bunch of that stuff that shows that it was kind of made quickly. And I don't really mind. It's not the point of the game to be this physics real thing. But
that's not what people are going in for.
Yeah, but I don't know. Kind of funny and kind of noticeable by times. And, sometimes I do wish it could do a little bit more. Like, one point you make it to the kitchen, and like I opened up the fridge, and I took like a Coke bottle, and like I knew it wasn't gonna do anything, but like I spun it around and then threw it. And I just like wanted to see it explode. Like, that would have been hilarious. But
that's funny.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, it's kind of cool that you can pick things up and throw them. I don't know, just that simple kind of physics feels good to do. Like, no matter what kind of importance it actually plays in the game.
Yeah. But if it did explode, you'd be floored.
Oh, yeah. So there's one mechanic in the game. Yep. Kind of funny. But as far as like the actual composed music for the game, actually pretty nice.
It is pretty nice. It fits the tone. You listen to it right now, I would imagine.
I imagine.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty good. And there's also side stories of the games, like I kind of mentioned earlier. So there's a main story with the sister and Lonnie. But there's also the mom's story and the dad's story kind of going on.
Okay.
I guess you can get a little bit of story stuff about the crazy relative thing, but I really didn't find that much. I'm not sure how much
you got to go deep, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So the general of the dad story is like he published this book a long time ago.
Right. I remember this now. Yeah. And then he published a second book, and it wasn't nearly as successful.
Yeah. And, he kind of stopped writing after that, I guess. But then he got this letter from this company that kind of republishes super weird kind of books that they feel should be cult classic type books. And they republished his things, and it actually did quite well, and that got him kind of motivated to write again.
Yeah.
Then he wrote another book and sent the manuscript off to these publishers, even though they don't normally publish new books.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, please maybe consider it. I want to finish out my character's story type thing. So that was pretty cool. And the mom storyline, I don't think I quite found everything for it. But I guess she works at like a wilderness conservation type place, and she had one coworker that she was a little bit close to.
A little too close, maybe.
A little too close.
Yeah. That was in the past, though, right?
Not that far past.
Okay.
It was within the last year that she went to the concert with the guy.
Right. Yes.
So yeah, I don't know fully what happened there, but like I know the mom and the dad are doing kind of marriage counseling type stuff, and they're not at the house because they're away on like a second honeymoon type thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Trying to figure it all out.
Yeah, trying to save things. So my guess is that the story kind of goes in the direction that she did actually do something with this guy and kind of confessed, and like, hey, let's fix the marriage, and that's where things end with that, I imagine. I don't know if did you go super deep on the
I don't remember
side stories, like collecting everything, because like
I remember it took me 2 hours to beat it, and I did. I felt like I checked every nook and cranny, and I think I ended up getting to a similar conclusion that you did.
Yeah.
I didn't find much out about the relative. I think you really got to go deep.
Yeah.
To get a lot on
I
him.
found like a few like newspaper clippings type things, and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I do think you need to pick like weird objects up.
Now, because you're a game designer, what do you think of the level design of this game? Because I have a feeling, sounding from the way you're talking, it sounds like we both went down very similar paths, but it doesn't really. It's kind of weird that you end up going down those paths in that way.
What I like about this game is, it's doesn't feel linear, but it's super fucking linear.
Yeah.
Which is great. Like, they guide the player into doing what they want the player to do.
Yeah.
And it gives them this linear story while not, like, choking the player from doing too much.
Yeah.
Really, what the player does is they go down this wing, they explore every room in the wing. And then at the end, they're like, oh, hey, you can go to this other wing now. And I think, like, if you really wanted to, you could probably, like, skip to the end.
You can skip to the end. I've beaten the game in a minute.
Nice.
You just go, open the door, you go down, you open the trap door, or the secret door right by the staircase. You go up, get the key, go to the attic, boom, done.
Nice.
That's it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, like, you can skip things, but they have the, like, level design well enough that you're probably going to hit all these different story beats along the way.
Yeah.
Just because players want to explore all the house.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, as long as they don't think it's too much of a horror game at first.
I thought it was fucking spooky at first. I was like, when are they going to try and get me? Even though I knew it wasn't, but I was like, uh-oh, is there something in here?
I don't know. Yeah, that was even for me, too. But
yeah. Yeah, when I was going down, it was that secret path in the cellar of some type. It was like in a basement, and I was like, uh-oh, there's like candles lit or something. I'm like, something's going to fucking get me.
Yeah, I know.
It was
like,
real sketchy
when
looking.
you go down...
It was real dark. I remember
There's
that.
a path between the parents' room and the library that has like all the
that was
clippings.
it. Yeah, and I was like, uh-oh, this is where it goes downhill.
Yeah. A little creepy, but it turns out to be nothing.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
But yeah, that was super cool. And like there's a lot of like cool little shortcuts that take you back to another part of the house super quickly, and like you don't really realize that. Kind of that Dark Souls style of,
yep.
You know, oh shit, this all connects.
Oh, now I'm here. Right.
Yep. So yeah, that was pretty cool and well done. I feel like it was one of the better aspects of the game, and it means that you can like go pretty much all around the house pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Even though it being like quite a big little mansion.
Yeah, well, I mean, it did it still convey to you this sense that this is a house that someone could live in? Because it did to me. I'm like, it's fucking big, and it's like going to your friend's really big house. Like,
yeah,
it's big and weird at first, but I'm sure after a while it makes sense that like it seems like it could be a livable space.
It seemed kind of livable, but I feel like a lot of the props placed in the house were not so great. Okay. More so early on compared to later on, actually, which is a little bit weird.
Okay.
But early on, a few of the rooms were just like, why does somebody have this random study room here when like they already have other study rooms, and like
how many study rooms
library?
Do you need? Yeah.
It's like, sure, the guy writes books, but I feel like most people probably would use a library differently because it's a big room.
Yeah, big massive room. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So yeah, I don't know. It was pretty cool otherwise, and there was one kind of big thing that I kind of missed in the game, because basically I could choose towards go towards the ending or go back a little bit and try and figure out there's a safe that you can figure out a pin for to open it up.
I think I did open it. I forget what was inside.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, okay, I'll come back to that, and then kind of just stumbled into the end of the game.
And then you're like, oh, well, shit.
Yeah. So, yeah, my playthrough ended up being an hour, but I don't think I missed too much other than that safe, because I was pretty thorough about exploring things. That was the only thing that I really kind of wanted to get back to.
Right. Okay. Cool.
So, yeah. That was mostly my experience with Gone Home. It's a pretty good game, actually. Liked it quite a bit.
Would you recommend it?
Yeah, I think so. I think if somebody's looking for a little cute short story game, I think it's a good fit.
I would recommend it too. I would say though that I didn't know you paid this much for it, but the asking price is a little steep.
It is pretty steep.
$20.
Yeah. It's kind of high given your length of the game and the depth of the game. But
I mean, if I say that, then I'm kind of going against what I normally say, dollar value versus, and I think it's good. I don't know if it's $20 an hour good.
Yeah.
But it's pretty good. I'd definitely recommend you play it, especially if you can get it on maybe a cheaper sale of some type or something like that.
I'm sure it's in there too.
Yeah, absolutely. Then I would definitely recommend.
Is it maybe a little high currently due to the console releases this year?
Oh, that could be it.
Yeah.
Last year.
So I feel like
2016.
Oh yeah, it is 2017.
Yep.
Well then.
Time goes on.
Yeah, but yeah, I feel like that's probably why they aren't cheapening it too much quite yet. They don't want to cannibalize the Xbox One, PS4 sales too much.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's what we thought about Gone Home.
Yeah.
Next week,
One special note.
Yes.
Jonathan Blow was a special thanks in the credits. And I noticed that, and I was like, interesting.
Was he involved in production of the game, or?
He must have helped them out somehow, which I'm not surprised, because like from
Yeah.
what I've seen, he's super helpful to other indie devs and stuff.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. The more you know. So this has been Namecast, and this has been our episode on Gone Home. We actually didn't talk about Gone Home that much, only a good 20 minutes or so. But, you know, that's how it goes the week before E3. Playing a small game, talking about a lot of E3 things. That's how it goes sometimes. Next week, we're going to be playing Danger Zone.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy truck. No, it's not even a truck. It's a car game. It's
so it's the crash mode from Burnout 3 Takedown, more or less.
That's almost exactly what it is. So hopefully you guys can play that with us, and that would be awesome. Now, like I said earlier, we are almost at 100 subscribers. So if you want to go over to the YouTube channel, you can go over, type in Namecast, check that out, and then we'll be able to finally get that URL, youtube.com/Namecast, and that'll be awesome. So, you know, but if you don't want to, that's fine too. If you want to comment on this video, let us know what you think of the game, and let us know maybe what you think we should even play next. All those types of things. And if you want to leave us now how do the other services work, Kev? We got reviews.
Reviews on iTunes.
Yeah, you can leave a review on iTunes. You can beat someone with a rock. Don't do that, actually.
That's pretty mean.
Yeah, beat them with a bag of beans.
It's
They'll never see a garbanzo bean specifically. I'm a big fan of garbanzo. I don't know what a garbanzo bean. Anyway, guys, we'll see you guys next time as we come out every week in our Take Down a Bonus Barrel. It's coming back.
Skip a week, it's fine.
Okay.